Okay, you're talking about lately a lot about the Eurobond. You're saying you know money has been embezzled. First of all, you say you actually know who is behind this. Why are you not saying who, like you said, who has embezzled that money? Why are you not telling us who that person is?
No,
or
I'm
who
not
those people
saying
are?
that I know. I have said, and this is also on record in writing, that the figures do not add up. That the figures they've printed and posted on their own website and in the other various reports which they're given out do not add up. And it's not only me saying it. A number of people, even reporters, have actually agreed with me that there is a big gap of 140 billion shillings, to be correct, which they can't tell us where it went to. The other day they produced the bank statements from JP Morgan and the Central Bank of Kenya. That even raised more questions than it answered. It actually confirms, because you can see that there's $1 billion which was removed from an account of JP Morgan to no destination. You're not told where this money went to. And then you see that the so-called offshore account was opened. It was opened 2 days before the signatories had provided their names. The account had already been opened, money had been deposited into it without the signatories. So this is shrouded in secrecy, but I know that ultimately the truth is going to come out.
Do you know something people don't yourself about the Eurobond?
I know that the figures are not are cooked up, and my sixth sense tells me that there's a big game being played here.
Okay.
You can see that first there are transaction advisors who were recruited by the consultant from here, that is Diane Blair. They recruited 3 transaction advisors, JP Morgan, the Standard Bank, and Barclays Bank. At the last minute, when the transaction was supposed to start, a 4th one, Qatar Bank, was included from the advice of officials of the government. Therein lies the secret. Okay?
Right. 2 weeks ago, in fact, a week or some days ago, I'll repeat that question again. You were quoted as saying, and we saw it actually on national TV, that within 2 weeks, you will name who is behind this. Are you saying today you're not naming anyone? You don't know any particular person who's behind any allegations of embezzlement?
No, I was talked about the transactions. I did not talk about names of individuals. Okay? But the individuals, they know themselves. They don't have to be named by Raila Odinga. See, this is not something that was done by some angels from heaven. It's done by man. And what was done by man even at night will be known in the daytime.
So it may not necessarily, you're saying you don't know who that person may be or who those people may be.
No, I want the government to investigate and tell us. That's why, the DPP appointed the ESCC and the Directorate of Criminal Investigations and asked them to conclude investigations and forward the file to him within 10 days.
Okay. You're talking about accounts and the withdrawal of accounts. We saw the control of budget talking about this, and they gave the whole thing a clean bin of health. What would you have to say about that?
I think she's being economical with the truth. She's under a lot of pressure. And I sympathize with her because I know, and she knows that she has told a different story. Before the Committee of Parliament, she told a different story. And I could see her body language later on, that she has been blackmailed, intimidated to change that story. So I don't want to say she's now an accomplished. She's basically trying to protect her job. Now, myself, I've talked to her before before I even went public. And she told me a different story. So,
so you talked to her personally and she told you a different story?
And I know that she's under a lot of pressure. And the government knows that they are forcing her to change her statement. She's a professional lady, but I know that she fears for her job. That's why she's speaking in that language. But there's a certain amount of money she can say, yes, this one I saw, came in, but there's a big amount of money which she never saw at all. I think the $300 and something million, which she said yes. But there is $1 billion which she never saw.
And that is what she confided in you, that's what you're saying? That's what she told you?
Yes, correct.
That is what she told you personally?
Yes, yes.